Who determines what is the priority? Who determines what do you want to accomplish in your first 100 days in office? While in opposition, Barry Padarath would have spoken at length. According to him, he fought inside Parliament and outside Parliament. He wrote several media releases saying that the PNM did not care about this nation's children. David Nakhid would have testified and been part of the Judith Jones investigation into children, wards of the state, being groomed by politicians, by businessmen. I don't know if you guys remember, but some 3 years ago, when the headlines came out, there was outrage. The nation went into an uproar. And now no one cares. Now we're discussing, should we spend hundreds of millions of dollars on laptops? Where was the cost benefit analysis for that? Do we know how much it's costing us? Should it be given to Form 1s or Form 4s? Should it be given on a needs basis? But we don't know what's this government's plan. What is the priority listing? Because according to Barry, a children's ombudsman would have been low-hanging fruit. We have heard nothing about the implementation of the Judith Jones report and that task force. And again, in opposition, there would have been a lot of talk about the PNM. In fact, they were renamed by the opposition as the Pedophile National Movement. We kept hearing, where is the priority placed on children of the state? We don't know what's going on with children's homes in this country. Once again, how do we determine what is priority? How do we determine that in our first 100 days in office, this is what we set out to accomplish? Should laptops for Form 1 really be on your first 100 days? I want to remind Trinidad and Tobago that 1 in 4 adults cannot read the basic word at. Maybe we're just not there yet for providing laptops for children. Maybe we should wait till next year. We are seeing that the Tobago hoteliers and the fisher folk in Tobago are complaining about the seaweed infestation. Are we serious about diversification? Have we been hearing any real talk about what is this government's plan to earn income? Because what we're hearing or what we're seeing is fancy tearing up papers. Is it that the children don't have a voice like the PSA? Is it that we are trying to please the mob so that we don't have protesting? What is governing our priority? What is governing our first 100 days in office? Are we paying back financiers, and that's why we're seeing that the debate school is opening within the first 100 days? Who is the voice for the children? Who is causing an uproar? Who's fighting? Who's keeping the outrage? Children died as a result of this whole fiasco in our children's homes. Yet we have not heard one utterance from this government that said they cared about children first and foremost. Are laptops really the priority? When we have children being abused, might I remind you guys, so let's go past the wards of the state. And is it like what? 10 new cases of children abused in this country every single day? Who is fighting for our nation's children? Our nation's children will become either the future leaders or the future criminals. Who's raising their voice? Where is the priority? Because we've totally removed a ministry for child and gender affairs. We've removed it. We've said that it does not warrant the importance of having its own ministry. In opposition, we had one person focus on it as a shadow minister. Now he is not the shadow minister. Now there is no ministry for it. Our nation's children have no one fighting for them. Where is the outrage that we felt when we spoke about the Sabga report? Do you know that there are children who allegedly were killed because they were covering up for politicians in this country? What's going on with that? Why hasn't this government spoken about the Judith Jones report and the Sabga report? Why haven't they spoken about what's going on with the licensing for our children's homes? I've not seen one single minister. We said that, okay, Vandana Mohit is now the minister. Why hasn't she toured these homes? But she will now. And one thing that I had liked about this particular government is that everybody who shadowed it became the minister, well, most, 95%, so that I could feel, okay, Barry shadowed public utilities, so he would have had 5 years of shadowing it, of learning it, of understanding it. Vandana shadowed social development, Michelle shadowed tourism, Dave Tanku shadowed finance, so I felt a sense of continuity because they shadowed it. Barry would have been the one shadowing the children's home. He would have been the one doing all the research, putting in the plans, having a plan. Now we see him not in that ministry, and we're hearing nothing from Vandana with regards to the children's home, with regards to the children's authority, with regards to the licensing for those homes, with regards to the ombudsman to deal with that specifically. We are not hearing anything about it. So once again, I ask, where is the 100-day plan for this government? We need to see it, remind us of it, put it back in the social media domain if it was in your manifesto and we missed it. Where is the cost-benefit analysis? Where is the stakeholder engagement to determine how you came up with the 100-day priority listing? Because it seems to me that this government has very little priority on our nation's children. And laptops, let me tell you, that's just PR, it's gimmicks. And as I said, if you ask me, who's the financer benefiting? Because we're about to spend hundreds of millions of dollars. And we've not discussed, maybe, just maybe, we should do it on a needs basis. Maybe, just maybe, it should be given to Form 4 instead of Form 1, who are doing SBAs and literally need to be typing out their SBAs and whatnot. Maybe, just maybe, it should be given a few into some schools and develop their IT lab to make sure that the school itself has the ability to help these children. Did we do some kind of data, of study of the last time? Because I can tell you, I'm in several chats, and thus far, only one person said that they've benefited. All the other parents spoke about the games, the access to pornography on the internet, them getting the code, the password within the first month. Many of them, the laptop mashed up after a few months, didn't last a year. Where's the study? Who did a poll? Who did a survey? How do we know? How can we say out of the 18,000 laptops, this is how many, this is that? Where's the data? Where is the data? Or are we simply satisfying the needs of our financiers? Where is the 100-day plan? And I have to end by asking, where is the outrage and the priority for our nation's children, for the most vulnerable? Barry, you had a plan. I'm not hearing anything about that plan. You listed things. I helped you write those media releases, so I know what I am speaking about Trinidad and Tobago. I was his communications officer, and I remember thinking, thank God, because I was placed in an office. I was placed to shadow something that meant something to me. Who is keeping the outrage past 9 days for our nation's children? Trinidad and Tobago, speak up on behalf of the most vulnerable in our country.